I want to speak to you guys about trust because I had this discussion with someone just the other day, and it was quite interesting to see how people tend to be in relationships without fully understanding why they are in that relationship, if that makes any sense. Because half the time we are in relationships just purely based on expectations. And I believe that's a very dangerous thing. Because when you expect something from someone that does not know that you expect this from them, 99.9% of the time, you're going to get let down. Because the other person does not know what you are expecting. That's a problem. And as I was saying to this particular person that I was having this discussion with, this is why people die. This is why people fight. This is why people argue. This is why people are so divided. Because we've been conformed to think in a certain way, which is not good at all. Now, why relationships are so difficult. I've come to a certain point, in my time right now, where I find it hard to trust my friends, apart from my missus, who I would like to believe I've got a very transparent relationship with. Apart from her, I cannot trust nobody else unless it's business. And the reason for this is because as I've grown, I've come to understand that every single relationship has a give and take factor. And if I don't know what you are trying to take from me, and you don't know what I am trying to take from you, there's a problem. Because, let me give you an example. I've had friends in my life, or I have had people, in my life, that have come to me and said, you run your own business, teach me how to make a business. I wanna be around you. I wanna rub shoulders with you so I can learn off you. And in my head, I think, I can't trust this person. Sometimes I've taken the chance, and I found towards the end, sometimes those people have kind of become my closest of friends. And the other time is they get what they want and they disappear. But I'm never hurt. Because from the beginning, they told me what they wanted. And I chose to go into that with open eyes. You see? They did not in no form or way try to deceive me into getting what they want. And then I've got other friends where I've met through life and we just gelled. I don't know what these people want from me. They don't know what I want from them. I'm a very simple guy. I make my own money, always have. The people that I've leaned on for more, like stability wise, they know who they are, and I've got them for life because they had me at my weakest. Apart from that, I've never been one. I've always been self-sufficient. And I've never expected nothing more from people apart from companionship. Because if you know me, I come from a life where I was by myself from young, very young. I won't get into that, that's a different story. Now, so all I've ever wanted from people is companionship. Because like I say to people, if I turn off my phone and lock off my friends, apart from my missus, who could up and leave me at any time as she wish, I've got no one. So my friends were my family, are my family, I should say. And that's my weakness. I'll do anything for my family. And in return, being young and growing up in this world that we all seem to grow up in, that's so, you know how it is. I automatically felt like and thought that my friends will treat me as I treat them, do for me what I do for them, wish for me what I wish for them. I could not have been any wronger. I was so wrong, it was unbelievable. Because my expectations is based on what I want from life. It's based on my way of thinking. I can't then expect my friends to fit that criteria or that category, if I should say. Not sure what word I should use there, but you get what I mean. And it's very unfair for me to expect my friends to behave and act in a certain way towards me without me highlighting how I would like them to act and behave towards me. It's very unfair. They're not mind readers. They're not like me. They don't think like me. We can sit there and say, look, we're all human. We all expect the same things and this, that. But realistically, that's not the case. I could give you a sentence and give your friend a sentence. You read it and I ask you to explain that sentence to me. You're going to give me two different outcomes, no matter how clear that sentence was. That's because as people with that we understand things completely different according to the sort of life we've lived and so forth. Let me not stray too much. Now, going back to the point, for me to expect any of my friends to be a certain way towards me is unfair. And for them, vice versa. They can't expect me to meet their expectations unless they've let those expectations be known to me. Transparent. Let me give you an example. Imagine if, as a friend, I expected you to, if I'm in debt, pay my debts off. If you see me walking and you know I've got a license, buy me a car. If you got the means to. If you see me having a fight, jump into that fight with me. If someone's trying to stab me, jump in front of that knife. If someone's trying to shoot me, jump in front of that bullet. Hey, if we live that sort of life, if someone's trying to shoot me and I'm shooting back, you shooting back with me. If someone's trying to stab me and I'm stabbing back, I expect you to stab back with me. If we're living that sort of life. If for example, like, you know, I did something and you know I've got children and you had nothing to do with it, mate, take the rap from me. If, you know, I could give you so many ridiculous examples. of expectations you'd probably never meet. And there's people out here that has those exact expectations of you as a friend. And the moment you don't meet one of those expectations, you're a snake. I went Joe, what? Feed my family, put food on my table for my family to eat, all that sort of stuff. As soon as someone don't meet those expectations, they're not your friend. Hey, he didn't visit me in jail. You know, I've heard all sorts of stories. Now, that's dangerous. That's how people fight. That's how people argue. That's how people kill each other. Based on expectations. If in the beginning, let's say me and you was friends, and you said to me, hey, look, if I'm in a fight, mate, yeah, like, and you're walking down the street and you see this, and you've got a knife on you, for example, if you live that life, and you're seeing this person trying to stab me, and I've got my knife, I'm trying to stab them, I expect you to come run over and stab this person with me. If someone's trying to shoot, all these examples I gave you, right, before. If you said that to me, that, listen, like, if worst comes to worst, I expect you to risk your life for me. Mate, I'd be like, psh, I don't think we can be friends. I don't think me and you can be friends. This is in the beginning. Forget about after when, you know, okay, you've gained love for each other and all of this nonsense. In the beginning. If you told me that that was your expectations, psh, for me as a friend, to get you out of debt that you get yourself into, for me to pay your house bills because you're too lazy to get off your ass and go and do what you need to do, for me to, like, put food on your table when you're in jail like I put you there, for me to do all of these things, like whereby when you was out making your money, I wasn't seeing none of that money. You see? So, not saying, you know, but you get what I mean. And if I don't meet those expectations, I'm a snake. If you told me all of this from the beginning, it would be up to me to make that choice of whether I can be your friend or not. Or I could be like, hey, look, listen, I can do this, but I can't do that. You know? You know what? When you go to jail, yes, I can put food on your table, no problem. I'll look after your family, no problem. You know? But if someone's shooting at you, mate, I'm not jumping in front of no bullet for you, bro. You know? I'm not doing that. If I'm walking down the street and you're having a fight with a stranger I don't know, for a reason I don't know, and you're about to stab him, I'm not gonna come and stab the stranger with you and go jail with you for something I don't know, and all of a sudden I'm finding out you're arguing because this guy accidentally stepped on your shoe. And now I'm getting, like, you know, like 15 for that, for murder. Come on, I'm not doing that. And you turn around and say to me, right, listen, do you know what? If you can't do that, then I don't think we can be friends, because this is what I expect from a friend of mine. We would then be like, okay, cool, I guess we can't be friends. We'll go our separate ways. No feelings hurt. This is why, you know, people need to be more transparent. Because, like I said before, this is why people argue. This is why people fight. This is why people die. This is why we're so divided. And I don't blame anyone, because I've come to understand that we've all been conformed to think like this. You know? Because we're all scared that if we are transparent, we might not get what we want. And that's a problem. That's something I'll speak about later. I'm going to end it there. But before I go, guys, please like, follow, share. Spread this message, please, because it could potentially help someone you know.